Hello and welcome to Beginnerville. I'm Spirited Dragon and I'll be your teacher for this class. And today I'm going to teach you the interface. It's the introductory course. And I know you're anxious to get off and running, fix your clothes, you walk, the way you look. But there's some things you need to learn first. So your game play will be easy and you won't become frustrated. So, if you follow my mouse, the first thing you're going to want to know is up in the top left corner here. This is the menu bar, the main menu bar, left corner. You will not see advance and develop until you turn it on. So you're going to have need, communicate, world, build, help, and that's it. Okay, now you notice I have my chat box. This is chat box. This is the mini map, otherwise called radar, and it's your camera control. These things won't be on and they won't be in that corner. So let's look to the bottom of the viewer. These are buttons. Okay. When you first start your viewer, you will be facing this way. The camera will be behind you. While I'm speaking to you, I will be facing you. Okay, so first thing we're going to learn about is the camera control. On the left side here is called the orbit. On the right side here is called the pan. In the middle here, this slider is the zoom control. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay. To set your camera to default, all you have to do is press and hold down the ESC key on your keyboard, the escape key, top left corner. And it defaults it right behind you. Okay. As you can see what I'm doing here, this eye icon, you change your views to behind you, side of you, or front of you. The orbit control, if you push down, turns the camera to look up. If you push up, turns the camera to look down. The left side will orbit your camera around the center, right side, and on the pan side, keeps it in a straight motion. Straight up, straight down. Cross to the right, cross to the left. Very helpful to know these things for your camera control when you go shopping, which you'll do later on to buy clothes and shapes and skins and all that stuff to make your avatar look something like mine. Okay, that's basically your camera. Now, this here, we're going to worry about right now. All we want to cover is the basics. Okay? Next button is the mini map. That's what you saw here later. You notice this yellow dot. That's me. That will be yourself. When you have friends later on, and they're in the same region that they are, you will see them on this map as a yellow dot. If you see a bunch of green dots, those are other people located in a nearby area. If they happen to look like an arrow, that means that they are on a different height level. So they're either in the air or down below you on the ground. Depends on where you're at. Okay, next is the chat button. Not to speak the chat. That's my friend talking to, so this would be a private chat box. This icon shows her picture, whatever picture she has set for her profile. It also tells me in the chat box who I'm talking to. This icon with the white dots in a circle and one in the middle is a nearby chat. If you speak normally, type normally, and hit enter, anybody up to 20 meters can hear you locally. Okay? Next, going back to the top bar. Okay. Across to your right, you see the L's. That's how many L's you have. This button will help you buy L's. Tells you how much the L's cost. You see estimate. $8.33 for 2,000 L's. Okay, so that's for that. Shop. You're gonna open your browser and take you to Marketplace. You have to sign in with your account name. The name you use to make and your password. This time up here is Second Life time. It is based on the time in California, USA. Then you have your sound button. Okay, I have the buttons turned down because you hear that click. We don't want to keep hearing that click, so I turn it down. See, now you won't hear it anymore. The music I have turned off to show you. I check the box, click away, and this is called toggle. I click the pause button and then I turn it back on. Alright, enough for the dance. This right here are my saved locations. These are my favorites. Places that I like to go all the time. So instead of opening with this little button down here, go places. These little globe icons are landmarks to places that I go to. Instead of opening that, I put my favorites at the top and they come up here and all I have to do is click on it and it will take me there. That's called teleporting to a landmark, which we'll teach you in another tutorial. Okay. On the next row, this back arrow will take me to my last location. This house icon is your home setting, wherever you were able to save at home to start your game. See, I got an orange box pop up here in the chat box. That's from a group I belong. I don't want to talk there, so I right click and select close conversation. My friend went to lunch, so I'm going to right click and close conversation, or when I have her highlighted green, okay, highlighted green, I hit the X. This menu up here operates whenever you have highlighted in this column. Those are the chats you have open. Okay. This space in here tells you where you are. It is the URL location in Second Life. I am in the region Troposki, and it gives you the exact coordinates. Just like on a map. It would be like 160 degrees east, 247 degrees west, 67 degrees above ground zero. Okay, so When you open these icons to begin with, click on these buttons and open these things. They're going to be floating around, like you see now. The first thing I want to do is take this walk, and I found that the best way for this to work is to take it and position it right behind my avatar. Okay, it makes it easier for walking if you're using your mouse. In the future tutorials, we're going to show you how to use the arrows on your keyboard so that you walk in a straight line. Okay? So, while they're floating out here, we don't want them in the middle of the game room, in the game view. If you grab these bars up here, click and hold, and drag them over to the side, you can snap it right there and let go. So when you close and open these buttons, that's where they're going to be. Now, these buttons down here on the bottom, you're going to see some on your left side and some on your right side, like so. See, you can also click and drag these down here in the bottom. I put them in the bottom because I get them out the way. This top right corner, you're going to get notifications. Something gets sent to you. It's going to pop up here in the right corner, and you can't relocate those. So I don't put anything in these right corners. On the side here, these buttons, because you also have your buttons here. So click and drag them and line them up on the bottom. You can set them up the way that I have them, my own kind of order. Okay. Oh, just bumped into the wall. Remember, I'm facing the camera, so these directions are backwards. And I'm going to fix that. Click my mini map, and I click and drag. Slide it to the side. Notice it kind of snaps up there when I get close. So I get close, snap. That's good. Open my chat box. Click drag it. Now this chat box is also going to be pretty expanded like this. What I do is I click this button to close that. I really don't need these things here. Okay, these control buttons for the chat. Because I'm going to show you how to do that just as easy, so it makes room on your viewer. Okay. On the right side, what you see here I have is called the HUD. This particular HUD animates my avatar. When you don't have this HUD, but you have to go buy one, you see yourself walking like this normal. So with the rest of the videos, I'm not going to use my animation HUD. They're called AOs, Animation Override. And there are different ones that you can buy. Okay. So you can more act like the way your character wants to kind of fit your real lifestyle. Okay. And I think that about covers everything on here.